High Definition brought to you by Fort Wayne Toyota Southwest in the 1469 Auto Mall.
A month after that parasailing accident in Panama City, Florida, one of the young victims is back home.
Army Private Bradley Manning convicted of espionage. I'm Devin Dwyer. How much time he could spend behind bars? Coming up.
And get moving. That's what several people will be doing with Governor Mike Pence this morning. Jeff Bowman will have a live report for us in just a few minutes.
And we have a good morning for it. It is Wednesday morning, hump day. I'm Eric Olson.
And I'm Linda Jackson, and Chris Daniels is with us, checking on our weather forecast. And a lot of those walkers want to know if some rain will fall on them around 8:30 this morning, Chris.
There could be. If there is, it's going to be very light.
Well, nearly a month after that Florida parasailing accident in Panama City, Florida, 17-year-old Alexis Fairchild is waking up in familiar surroundings this morning.
Yeah, the Huntington County teenager was released from an Indianapolis hospital last night. She is back home, and that's where her parents say she will continue her recovery, receiving IV treatments in the coming weeks and undergoing outpatient physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Her parents released this statement last night, and I quote, "Words cannot express the gratitude we feel for all the prayers and support we've received from around the world. We would like to thank those who have arranged fundraising events and upcoming blood drives and motorcycle rides in our hometown in honor of our daughter and Sydney Good. We'd also like to thank the medical teams at IU Health Methodist who have cared for Alexis," end quote.
Meanwhile, Fairchild's friend, Sydney Good, is still recovering at an Indianapolis hospital. The two teens, of course, if you remember, parasailing in Florida earlier this month. When the parasail broke loose from the towboat, they crashed violently into a high-rise condo building and came to rest in a hotel parking lot.
A Fort Wayne bank robbery suspect is behind bars this morning. 29-year-old Dante Tavier was arrested in Michigan yesterday. The FBI had offered a $3,000 reward for information leading to his arrest. He's accused of robbing the PNC Bank in Ossian back in May of this year. He goes by several aliases as well, including Touchy and Touchy G. He was considered armed and dangerous.
Convicted whistleblower and spy Bradley Manning could face up to 136 years in prison for the biggest leak of classified documents in U.S. history. The sentencing phase of Manning's trial begins today. ABC's Devin Dwyer has the latest from Washington.
He was behind the biggest leak of classified information in U.S. history. ABC News, Washington.
A judge ordered Penn State's ex-president, along with two former top school officials, to stand trial for the Jerry Sandusky child sex abuse scandal. Graham Spanier, Gary Schultz, and Tim Curley are all accused of deliberately covering up reports of the former assistant football coach's activities with young boys on university grounds. The most damaging evidence, a thread of emails among the three school officials discussing former student teacher Mike McQuarrie's account that he witnessed Sandusky molest a boy in showers in 2001.
In Washington, President Obama heads to Capitol Hill for meetings with congressional Democrats this morning. Among the topics on the agenda are job growth and tax reform. His first meeting of the day will be with the House Democratic Caucus. Afterwards, he's expected to take the Senate subway to a meeting with Senate Democrats.
After a two-day meeting of the Federal Open Market Committee, Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke will announce if interest rates are going up, going down, or staying put. At its last meeting in June, the committee decided to keep rates at a record low of between 0 and 1/4%. The committee has said for some time that interest rates will remain low until the unemployment rate falls below 6.5%.
Also in Washington, energy drinks will be the focus of a congressional hearing today. Executives from Monster Beverages and Red Bull America will answer questions at a Senate hearing on marketing energy drinks to kids. The Senate Commerce, Science, and Transportation Committee will also hear from the American Academy of Pediatrics.
Confidence in the economy seems to be falling slightly, according to the Conference Board, a New York-based private research group. Its consumer confidence index dropped to 80.3 in July, and that's down from 82.1 in June. Conference Board officials say the drop was precipitated by a weakening in consumers' economic and job expectations. But despite the falling number, confidence remains well above levels from a year ago.
It seems that thieves looking for a quick steal of a luxury car gravitate toward Mercedes-Benz. According to a report from the National Insurance Crime Bureau, the Mercedes-Benz C-Class, E-Class, and S-Class are among the top 10 most frequently stolen luxury vehicles in this country. Other models include the BMW 3 Series, the Infiniti G, the Acura TSX, and Lexus IS. The NICB based its report on luxury cars reported stolen from 2009 through 2012.
More pain for drivers as prices at the gas pump creep up once again. The new average around town is $3.67 for a gallon of regular unleaded. I saw $3.75 at several places already this morning. That $3.67 mark, well, that's up 14 cents from a week ago and a whopping 39 cents from last month. But the price is within range of where it was at this time last year. Looking for the best prices in town, are you? You can always head to our website, incnow.tv. Click on the gas price tab at the top of the page.
The city of Fort Wayne has been making a name for itself lately for attracting state and national conventions. This year alone, this city will host more than 20 national conventions and tournaments, along with another 100 state and regional events. Improvements made to facilities that host these events are appealing, but Visit Fort Wayne says there is still that little extra that we have to offer.
They really like the fact that Fort Wayne's located in the center of the United States. They like the fact that our convention package is so high quality, as well as having density for the rooms and the performing arts halls. And they really like the Hoosier hospitality. That's one of the things that really works for Fort Wayne, is showing our friendliness as we showcase our city to these guests.
Well, those factors were a big reason Fort Wayne is hosting next year's State Republican Convention.
Governor Mike Pence will be in town today promoting his Healthy Living initiative.
That's right. He'll be lacing up his cross trainers and walking a mile with Fort Wayne residents this morning. Jeff Bowman is where it's all set to begin at the Big Brothers Big Sisters headquarters on Rudisill. Jeffy, good morning.
Good morning. We are promoting two things out here this morning. The governor here is promoting just a healthy lifestyle, get out and exercise and stay healthy. And then Eric Polo, you're from Big Brothers Big Sisters. You're certainly going to take the opportunity to kind of toot your own horn here and say thank you to a lot of volunteers.
All right, thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
All right, you guys have a good day.
You too.
Chris Daniels in next with his pretty decent forecast. A little cloudy, but not bad.
Yeah, still cool for this time of
No
year,
snow,
that's for sure.
no ice.
But no snow. Yeah. Whew.
High Definition brought to you by Fort Wayne Toyota Southwest in the 1469 Auto Mall.
We have picked ourselves up. We have fought our way back.
And I pray that the president will be successful in guiding our nation.
Well, it is all over. The president will have 4 more years in the White House. We'll take a look at how he was able to get to 270 and beyond.
Plus, shockingly tight races for governor and U.S. Senate in the Hoosier State. We'll hear from the winners.
And surprises across the area, the results from races in and around our viewing area here in Northeast Indiana. And good Wednesday morning to you. I'm Eric Olson.
I'm Linda Jackson. Chris Daniels is here to tell us what's happening with today's weather, and really not a bad drive into work
The vote
this
is
morning
in, Chris.
at all.
The vote is in.
Yesterday was a really pretty day to get out and vote. In your future.
I love it.
Not just our age. Huh?
Not just your age, but
excellent.
temperature-wise as well.
Excellent. Thanks, Chris, very much.
Don't speak for the lady to your right, all right?
Hey, I'm over 60,
yet.
lady, and I'm just getting started.
Not yet. Yes, you are.
Well, election 2012 is now history. President Obama has been reelected in decisive fashion, winning most of the key battleground states, including Ohio.
That was an interesting night, to say the least. Steve Handelsman was at Obama headquarters during the celebration. He has our early report this morning.
Majority in the Senate got strengthened, but the House stays Republican, and big battles loom just ahead.
I also look forward to sitting down with Governor Romney to talk about where we can work together to move this country forward.
I'm Steve Handelsman, NBC News, Chicago.
And with President Obama's victory last night, Governor Mitt Romney's journey for the presidency came to a close, and he graciously conceded the long-fought election to the president.
I have just called President Obama to congratulate him on his victory. His supporters and his campaign also deserve congratulations. I wish all of them well, but particularly the President, the First Lady, and their daughters. This is a time of great challenges for America, and I pray that the President will be successful in guiding our nation.
Well, here in Indiana, Richard Lugar's U.S. Senate seat is now back in the hands of Democrats for the first time in more than a generation. And Jeff Newmeyer was in Indianapolis election night. He reports now on the Senate race and the Indiana governor's race.
I'm not going there as one party senator or the other party senator. I'm going there as your senator to work for your family.
It was by no means a blowout win, but Democrat Congressman Joe Donnelly could carry. In Indianapolis, I'm Jeff Newmeyer reporting.
Well, Indiana governor and Senate were just two of many seats in play yesterday. Here's a quick look at the results of some of those races. We begin with a surprise in the race for state school superintendent, where Democrat Glenda Ritz unseated incumbent Tony Bennett. Experts are saying heavy support from teachers unions may have pushed her over the top. In the race for Attorney General, Republican Greg Zeller reclaims his seat, taking a decisive victory over Democratic challenger Kay Fleming. And Marlin Stutzman also defended his seat as the District 3 representative in Congress. He defeated challenger Kevin Boyd by a commanding 34 percentage points.
And in a statewide question, State Supreme Court Justice Stephen David is retained despite his controversial decision on warrantless speeches.
And in another controversial race, Republican County Commissioner Tom Wall is reelected. He was recently indicted by a grand jury on 7 misdemeanor charges of battery.
Well, in the state representative race in District 85, history was made. Republican Phyllis Pond retained her seat, becoming the longest-serving House Republican. She was first elected back in 1978. We're going to hear from her, by the way, in just a little bit.
And in another surprising result, after 20 years in the State House, Fort Wayne's own Win Moses lost his seat to Republican challenger Martin Carbaugh.
Well, one of the biggest upsets as well of the night did come in that David and Goliath situation. Here is Corinne Rose from the Allen County Republican Celebration to explain.
Here at the Allen County Republican Party's election night headquarters, there was plenty of reason to celebrate. Firm control of the Indiana State Senate and more seats gained in the Indiana House, Republicans were going to be celebrating the night away. With the Allen County Republican Party on this election night, I'm Corinne Rose.
Local Democrats celebrated major national wins, but lost on the local level, including the race between Moses and Carbaugh. Max Resnick was at the Plumbers and Steamfitters Local 166 last night and has this report.
Here at the local Plumbers and Steamfitters Local 166, certainly a night of highs and lows for the Democrats. The Democrats right now celebrating what NBC is projecting to be the re-election of President Barack Obama. I'd say on the local level that there is certainly a lot that they can work on, but on the national level, all they can do tonight is celebrate. In Fort Wayne, I'm Max Resnick.
Boy, it was an exciting night and really something for everyone to celebrate.
I think so, and some things that were unexpected, but also, you know, as with any election night, things that were expected. So
and that's what it's all. And it's interesting how little the money in the national races played a part. A lot of money was poured into several races where it just did not make a difference, and that's sort of heartening.
Yeah, it makes you kind of look back and think, do I still feel the same way I did about that money? Do I still feel the way I used to, maybe about polls? And I think a lot of Americans are reflecting big time right now. So,
speaking of reflecting big time,
Chris Daniels is next with the forecast on this post-election day 2012. It's 5:11 on this Wednesday morning as we take a live look at downtown Fort Wayne. Hopefully a good day on tap. We'll find out.